Hey everyone, it's Denise McDonald Fitness. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hey, I'm here for another segment of my Eat Clean Diet series that I kind of been focusing on some of the chapters from this week. And you know what, that book really helped me a couple of years ago, kind of started me on this, eat clean way of eating. And I think it's just really challenging sometimes, and especially when we talk about going out, like it's so much easier to eat clean when you're home. You obviously have power over what you're eating. You're going out, you're getting the food, you're preparing it yourself. You know what's in it. You know when you're cooking that you don't have a lot of salt, or you're using good oils, and sometimes I really just like to eat at home because I just feel better. Ed and I, we don't have the kids anymore, so sometimes we tend to go out more and eat out more. And, even though I feel like I make clean choices when I eat, you don't know what they're cooking in half the time. So, is it really possible to eat clean when you're out? So a couple of things I do is, we try to go to a restaurant. Like there's just some restaurants I just know I won't go and eat. Like some things I just know they're not going to have good choices for me. So there's a couple of places around here that we tend to gravitate to more, and I know I can make good choices there. But what about when you're going to a party or a wedding or a graduation party or something, and you don't necessarily know what they're going to serve? For me, that's always a challenge. So I always try to be a little bit more strategic when I tend to go to those parties. But I did have an epic fail a couple of weekends ago. I drink my Shakeology, so anytime I'm going to go to a party, I always drink that basically in the car on the way over there, because I just feel like it's going to curb my cravings. I'm not going to feel like ravenous when I go in there and just kind of picking around. So I tend to choose healthier because I'll look and see, it's like, oh, okay, well, there's the veggie tray, or there's the fruit, and I'll do some shrimp, or I'll go over there. And we went to a party recently, and I did that. And when we got there literally was absolutely nothing I could eat. There was no salad, there was no vegetables, and I was just like, oh my God, what am I going to eat? And we were there for hours. It was an epic fail night because I ended up eating the chocolate chip cookies. And I felt gross about it, but I was starving. But you know what, that stuff happens sometimes. But I think, I wrote a blog about it, and I kind of put some tips in there on what people can do when, if you're in that situation where you don't know what to do. Another situation eating out is when we travel. Like when I fly, there really is never anything that I want in the airport. So what do you do in that situation? Or what if you have to go to an all-day conference in your class all day? I just try to pack some healthy snacks, things that would get me through till a break, or like when I travel. I tend to, when we travel, I will make a salad. I will go to Whole Foods, or I will just make up a salad, and I'll just bring it with me on the plane. You can do that. Because I know when I get to the airport, there really isn't going to be anything that I'm going to want. So you almost have to really be your own advocate when it comes to traveling. I remember when we would travel with Cam's baseball trips, we would just pack a cooler. Like I knew exactly the food that we were going to have. I didn't rely on stopping at a rest stop. God, you stop in those stores and the food courts, and there really isn't much to eat that's really healthy. So it's just about, I think, really being proactive, packing your stuff. I think that really helps to keep you on track, and you can still clean eat when you do all that. If anyone has any tips of what they do, would love to hear them. But, I think it's just something that if you can stay on track, you can be a little bit proactive, food shop before you're going to go on a vacation. Vacation's another thing. It's really hard. We tend to eat out a lot. And I feel it. As soon as I eat out, I might hop on the scale the next day, and I'm up, and I'm like, hey, but I made a good choice of what I ate. But I know, God only knows how much salt they're putting in, or butter, or God only, who knows? Sometimes you just don't know. So that's why we try to limit how often we go out to eat. And I'll even talk a little bit about the alcohol. Obviously, if you don't know, I'm a pretty social person. I like to go out. I like to have a good glass of red wine. And, you know, that kind of stuff can sabotage a week of being good. So things that I try to do there, I mean, I'm always, you know, some of the local bars we go to, if I have a glass of wine, they always know, bring the water, bring the wine, because I drink them both at the same time, because it just helps me to not suck it down too fast. But, you know, those little things, just little tricks that I do, just so, you know, you don't go overboard. You get in that social situation and you're like feeling good. You're like, oh yeah, I'll have another one. And like before you know it, the next day you wake up, you're like, why did I eat all that? Or why did I drink more than I should have? So those are just little things. Check out my blog later, and maybe that'll give you some tips too. But, you know, I always feel like just if you're doing well and you're eating clean, just kind of stay true to that. Don't let a few days sabotage all the hard work you do. So that's what I'm trying to do. I hope if you need help in that area, if you need help at all, you know, reach out to me. I'd love to hear from you, and I hope you guys finding all this helpful. And I will see you tomorrow. Have an awesome night. Bye, guys. Bye.